How's it going, everybody? It's Himbibble from Himbibbles House here today, looking at set number 75316, the Mandalorian Starfighter. It comes with one ship, the Mandalorian Starfighter, three minifigures, one being Bo-Katan with a helmet, and then Gar Saxon and a Mandalorian Loyalist. Let's take a look. So first off, taking a look at the ship, it has a bunch of detail to it. I really like these wings. The wings actually do come down, and this set is just super detailed, like especially right here. I really like those blue stripes. I really like the blue up here and the little arches and the way that they angle it, and I really like the turret on the back right here. It moves 360 degrees, and the wings actually move up and down on this little joint piece right here. The inside of the ship actually moves 360 degrees as well. It's got flick fire missiles, which flick fire missiles just kind of fire off when you push them and they shoot. And at the ends of the wings as well, it's got two more that are actually, when you flick them down, they fire. And they fire pretty quick. Kind of held that one off a little, but I always really like when they add these to sets. I just wish they were in different colors more, because they kind of give us red a lot. At the front of the ship, there's really nice detailing too. I love the way that this arches, and when you just like sit this thing up, it just looks super nice from the front or the back, whichever way you want to display it, because the back does have actually some detailing to it, which I actually prefer. So if you have it sitting from the back, you get to see these engines a little more, which, taking a look at those, they have some sticker pieces on it. Not a lot of stickers in this set. There's one right here, one right here. There's this cockpit piece. There's this actual cockpit piece right here. This was a little bit hard to do. Try and center it. I didn't do too great of a job, I think, but it looks good for what it is. There, if you look closely, you can notice in the middle, right there in the cockpit, there is actually a little gap right there. It's a little bigger than I thought it would be, but it's fine. I think they could have added a little more pieces to try and get it to cover up more, but it's not that big of a deal. Opening it up, if you actually notice, there's two spots in there, especially with people with accessories, which they don't really accommodate too often. So this is already like super cool. You can stick Bo-Katan in there, and Bo-Katan fits right in, and then the Mandalorian Loyalists. I take their guns off, and I just use Bo without the helmet, just because, you know, makes it a little easier. And yeah, they kind of just both stick right in, and it even closes. Oh, she got caught on there. And they both kind of just stick right in, and you can fly it around and rotate it for when it's in space, like on the box. It just looks super neat, and there's not a whole lot to the set itself, but it's really, really cool. Like the design. I like the greebling, I guess it would be called, on the inside, especially these. These were my favorite. These were so fun to build too, and the wings are just super big. I thought this was going to be a lot smaller than previously, than I anticipated. But I'm glad that it's way bigger than I expected, because for the price, it's totally worth it. Taking a look at the first minifigure here, we have Bo-Katan, and she's honestly like my favorite part of this set. It's really cool to have a figure of her. I know some people think that the orange hair that Obi-Wan uses in Attack of the Clones would work a little better. I think that this style works better. I just wish that the hair went down a little more. If you look, she has a gray, gunmetal gray jetpack, two blasters, which each one of these Mandalorians at least come with one, which is really nice. Like printing, just a really nice chest piece, and a design on her head for the headpiece she usually wears with her hair. And turning it around, you see she has a alternate face, and I think it looks pretty cool. I think that maybe she needed a more like intense smirk, because this looks more like cartoony, but I like it. Putting the helmet on, I really like the helmet. I think it looks perfectly like her, and it looks wide enough to where it looks like her. She comes with a wayfinder, and two peg holes on each side. At the top here, you notice my Mando helmet I got for her was a little smudged at the top. I might order a new one at some point, but for now this is fine. And you can barely see it, but yeah, this is just such a great figure, and I really like that it came with these two blasters, because if it was just regular ones it wouldn't work well. So yeah, that just a great figure, and I'm really glad it came with a hairpiece. And let's take a look at the next figure. So next up we have the Mandalorian Loyalist, and he just looks really cool too. It's just cool to get him in the set, just because it's another Death Watch, well, not Death Watch member anymore, but it's just really nice to have one that could be a part of Death Watch. He just looks really cool in my opinion. I really like this design at the top for the little triangle. He has a light blue chest piece that's kind of worn down, leg printing, two blasters just like Bo, which is really nice. Printed hip piece, and it connects with the belt on the torso, and I think he just looks really cool. He's just a black head, which is fine. I wish that it came with a face, but it's not too big of a deal. It just makes him look more sinister, never taking off the helmet. And same thing, gunmetal gray jetpack. And yeah, this figure is just a great figure to get extra along with the other two. This is probably one of the figures that you're buying the set for. It's Gar Saxon. I really like this figure. I've always, since the Siege of Mandalore arc, I've always wanted Gar Saxon as a figure, but I never thought we'd get him. Taking the helmet off, I wish he did come with, some sort of hairpiece, but he comes with a really nice face print that looks exactly like him. Just a really nice one to have in general as well. And it just is such a good looking figure. I really love the new helmet mold. Looking on the chest, you can see he's got kind of Darth Maul's tattoo printings and what looks to be some cloth with designs on it. Doesn't carry over to the side, which is fine. He's got a hip piece as well as Bo-Katan I think did too. Yes, she did. Printed hip pieces, and he has a gunmetal gray jetpack as well. Only one of these blasters, which is good. It would have been more interesting if they made this maybe add a little extension piece to it, because he carries one that looks bigger. I can't think of a hair that would work very well for him. Maybe Beckett's, but I think that is not the best one for it. And taking the head off and the jetpack, there's actually printing on the back just like the other ones, but I wanted to show you for him just because it's a very interesting figure. I really like this. I love the yellow visor. I love the print. Just such a great figure. On the back, you see more tattoo printings. And yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the full set and talk about the final verdict. So this set retails for $59.99 USD at major stores, and I honestly think it's worth it. I think that this set has a lot to it. I think that it fits. I think that the fact that it fits two Mandalorians in the front cockpit is really nice. I think that you get three amazing exclusive figures, and the design on it is just so well thought out, and I don't think that you could go wrong with this choice. I honestly might prefer the build of it to the Bad Batch shuttle, and I'm hoping that we get more figures like Gar Saxon, where we get more Darth Maul Mandalorians. That would just be really nice to have. And I'm hoping that we just get more Clone Wars final season stuff in general. And that's going to be it for this review. And I really hope that you enjoyed it. And I really hope that you enjoyed seeing these figures. And if you did like this video, be sure to like, comment, or subscribe. And I would really appreciate it as I'm growing my channel. And thank you so much for your time. And I'll see you guys in the next review. Thanks. Bye-bye.